Hi everyone, I'm doing a quick video today to showcase how to use the rain brush from my Gumroad package. I've already done the videos for the tile brush and for the four. So this is the last one for this package. So remember, if you guys want new brushes, just give me a heads up in the comments and you can have the link to the Gumroad package right in the description. So I'll be rather quick. Just have a regular canvas. I've already imported my brushes. You can see them here on the left. And in essence, there's three. There's a long brush, a long raindrop, so which is the biggest raindrop. Mid raindrops, you can see there's smaller and there's more of them, and then really tiny, and there's a whole lot more of them. So I'm gonna show you how you can layer these so that it looks like there's a whole bunch of rain. You don't have to layer them. You can just like, it depends on the kind of rain scene you want to do. You can just use the small one, the mid one, or the long one. But this is just to give more depth to rain, and I'm saying really heavy rain. So here on the right, we're gonna name our layers because that's what we do, so we can have order in this chaotic art way of doing things. So this is gonna be the foreground. And the foreground means it's the closest to us, so we're gonna use the longest raindrops available. If you increase the brush size, it doesn't mean that the lines are gonna get bigger. You can see they're essentially the same. It just means you're gonna cover more area. By area, I mean there's gonna be more raindrops drawn within the circumference of the circle. If you want the raindrops to be bigger, you have to go, if you look down here, to the right where it says particle size, that's what actually increases the raindrops. So let's see, now like this is humongous, like you don't want this. So I'm gonna reset this brushes to what it was. I will increase these though. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit because it's easier for me. If you want to see, by the way, the canvas properties, they're not really big deal. It's an A4, but it's on landscape mode, and it's a 300 dpi. The reason why it's 300 dpi is because the brush was created on 300 dpi, and if you want to see it showcase at its best quality, it's better to do it with that canvas. Otherwise you'll have to like make this particle sizes smaller. Okay, that's like a lot of talking and we haven't even gotten started, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Because this is the foreground, these are the raindrops that are closest to the viewer. I will make less of them. These are like the biggest ones. That's it. That's all the ones I'm making. And I'm gonna go ahead actually and delete the ones that are bordering on the bottom, because essentially I want my ground to be visible. I'm gonna make the background a little darker so it's easier to see the white raindrops. This is the foreground. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the midground. That means I'm going to go ahead and use the mid drops. I've already switched the brush here and a little bigger. These are the mid ones, right? Up here. All right. And then finally, these small ones. I'm going to create another layer, just the background. And now this is what's going to create, like these are the smallest raindrops. They're very far away from the viewer. So this is just to showcase, like it's really, really raining. It's raining a lot. I feel like there's not enough, sorry, I gotta move in my chair. I'd like to have more focus on the big raindrops, so I'm going to go back to the long raindrops, go to the foreground, maybe add a couple more, because maybe I was a bit stingy on that. I like it like this. And now the reason why I did it in different layers is because you can actually play with the opacity. I'm going to make the small raindrops, take it down a notch to 75 opacity, the mid ones to 85. And the foreground, I'm actually just going to duplicate the layer and take it down to maybe 65%. You can remove it or not, depends how much emphasis you want on the foreground, but this is the reasons why we have the layers so we can play around. I do like it, but not that much. I mean, I want it on the front, but not that much, so I'm taking it down to 45. Now, that's essentially it. We've got our rain. Now there is something else that you can do that's for added effect. We can do a little bit of drain drops in the ground. So this is the actual ground. Could actually make a brush out of this. So if you guys would find it useful, maybe I can draw little raindrops on the ground. So it would be something like this. It's just a small effect. Let me see if I have the window. It's in the navigator, yeah. So I like having this window like this so I can see the output. Like this. It's a little heavy. Obviously the raindrops towards the back need to be smaller. So it would look something like this. Just kind of high for the ground. So it'd just be like this. And that's pretty much it. Like, it's a super easy brush to use. The borders of the raindrops are already sort of faded, but you can increase the amount of movement that has. We can just go to the foreground. We can also do filter. We can do blur, and then motion blur. And I just want forward, more strength. And then here you gotta play with the angle. I don't know if you can hit 90. Let me see. Just like this, see? So without the preview, with the preview. It just gives you a little bit more emphasis on the movement. I just take it down a notch on the strength, a little less. So there you go. So this makes it look like the rain's quite heavy on the ground. I'm just gonna make this a little lighter, and that's it. Like, it's super easy to do, and now you've got like a whole bunch of rain. If you want to have like to be even rainier, you can always duplicate the background if you don't want to like draw it again. And instead of keeping it in the same position, you can just flip it and then move it around a little bit. And there you go. And then you can add another one and more. Look at this. Now it looks very rainy. You can also play around. I think I might be okay with 100%. No, never mind. It smells so much better with just a little bit less percentage. Because if otherwise you lose focus on the foreground raindrops. But it's like this is super simple. It's ridiculously simple to do. And now you've got a really nice rain effect that you can do lots of things with. Like, you can put a window in the front, or you can put somebody in there, or just can be in the foreground. And I don't know what else to say because I'm essentially done. That's just how quickly the brush is. But I think I might end up doing a small brush for the raindrops, so that can be a little bit more. You don't have to do it by hand since it's a very repetitive thing. So that's it. Hope you liked it. And if you want the pack, there's a link on the video description. There's also videos for the other two brushes I use. And I'll be uploading some more stuff to my Gumroad, so just, I don't know, keep watching. And that's pretty much it for me. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on my next video.